Today on Drawbli.
Ben is drawing detectives.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are self-taught artists documenting our journey of improving at drawing, which is, of course, better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, at the link down below.
So Ben, you're drawing detectives.
I'm drawing detectives.
Why are you doing that? I say, detectively.
I don't know. I think I was just on Pinterest and saw some reference image of one detective, and then I was like, these detectives are so cool.
One detective deserves another.
One detective deserves 3 detectives.
Yes. So who's this detective first?
This is John.
John?
Yeah.
Do you actually know who they are?
This detective is based on an AI-generated image that I used as reference.
Oh.
The other 2 that I draw are based on real people.
That's cool.
Which I enjoy using AI reference as well as other people's artwork just for inspiration for things that I wouldn't normally think of myself. Something I've always done is study 2D artwork as a 3D artist to inspire how I might create something like a nose or, an eye. And I think that AI can be good in the essence of kind of being an amalgamation of many different things that kind of pull into one core appeal. So I find that to be a good use for that.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really good use of AI. It's good for art sometimes. So, oh yeah, is that the reference generated from AI?
That is the reference.
Oh, that looks really cool.
That's one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I don't know. I think a lot of the time, if you are in a place where you're like, I don't know what to draw, just find somebody else's work that inspires you and literally just copy it or try to pull some inspiration from it.
Yeah, do a study. It can feel a little less energizing sometimes to just feel like you're copying another work versus
That's why I
trying
said
to
if
draw.
you don't know what to draw, if you don't
Exactly.
you have no idea what to do.
Like pros and cons for sure, but always I think we study a lot on what to do when you don't know what to do. And I think that's a great idea. Studies are so important to improving, especially if there's a specific style you want to get good at. You're probably not going to find that reinventing the wheel is that important compared to just studying people doing it the way you already want to. I like your hatching for the shading.
Thank you. It was rough and quick.
Yeah, that's how we sketch, though. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I've just been enjoying drawing. I've mentioned this a few times on Drawbli before, where I'm just like, I could take any of these all the way to a more finished work. Oh, and by the way, let me pull up the reference really quick for this one.
Oh.
I knew the actor at the time because it did say it in the reference, but I forget who this is now off the top of my dome. But I'm sure somebody in the comments will know.
Yeah, I don't know, but who does he play?
The detective?
The detective.
I don't know.
Maybe he's Poirot. Maybe he's Sherlock. Maybe he's...
Abby, why aren't you drawing detectives? You obviously know a lot of detectives.
Only because everybody's moms, and not everybody's, my mom likes detective shows.
Your mom likes detective shows, therefore you cannot like detective shows.
No, I like them. I just know more about detectives from talking to my mom about the shows she
I
likes.
see.
We both like Psych, Monk. Those are detective shows, just more modern. But we also like the old ones
Monk,
too.
yes.
Yes.
Monk's good.
Whatever.
Monk is something else entirely.
Whatever. And we all know what I'm talking about. Well, I like drawing masculine faces too because
I find them to be much easier.
Yeah, they're a lot more forgiving. What does that say about society and the standards to which we hold?
That is very true. Yeah, that's very true. Also, if you're new to drawing, or sculpting or whatever, I always recommend avoiding people because, not just the fact that faces are really difficult for a number of reasons, but an additional reason is that drawing beautiful things is difficult. Drawing ugly things is nowhere near as hard. So if you're like, I'm gonna draw a big old monster, I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot easier to draw that or sculpt
I like
that.
how you said, I'm gonna be honest, as if, you're giving them some critical feedback, but it's just good advice.
Well, I don't want to throw shade to the people who, enjoy doing that kind of artwork. I enjoy doing all sorts of different things with my art, but I don't want to like cast those people, you know.
No.
I don't want to like
I
call
think-
them out or anything. Be
yeah.
like, what you do is easier than this, because I think there's, you know, a spectrum
I
for
see
everything.
What you're saying. Yeah, I'm sure once you get into the nuances of it too, there's like its own challenges and difficulties.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think that you are right. It can be a lot easier to draw something that looks like what you're trying to draw if it's not held to very specific ratio standards, like a beautiful human face.
Is my human face beautiful?
Your human face is very beautiful, yes.
You pointed at the drawing, but I was pointing at my face.
I kind of got that vibe from you. And yes, your human actual face is very
Your human
nice.
actual face.
The actual face you look out at the world from is also good to look in at you at.
Nice.
Yes. Congratulations.
Abby, I think we draw what we're inspired from. And I'm not necessarily inspired from detectives, but you have some cool upcoming drawings from things that you're inspired by that I have not seen yet. You don't share your drawings with me. When I make a new drawing, I'm like, hey, check this out. And you're like, it's all right. It's okay.
I don't think that's how that goes at all.
But whenever you make a new drawing, you like hoard it. You're like, you're Schmeagle. And you
I
like,
do?
"Yeah,
I
it's
feel like I'm
mine.
always
You
running
can't see
around
it.
showing it to you.
You
Like,
can't
look
see
at this.
Not
That's
until
funny.
Drawbli.
Oh my gosh. Just watching this makes me so excited to go draw today. I think after we finish this recording, we should go to a coffee shop and draw for a while.
I'll
I think it'd be
consider it.
fun.
I'll
If
consider
you
it.
don't want to go, I'll go by myself. I'm
Whoa.
an independent woman. Yeah.
You are. By the way, here's the last reference. All right, all right, all right.
I know. I recognize that actor. He looks good. I like his kind of sleepy looking self there.
Yeah, sleepy. That's what
Yeah.
that emotion is.
He's not. That's just the way his face is shaped. But nonetheless, it looks good on him. It's a good look.
I really enjoyed the like framing for the face that I made here with just like really simple lines to create this like edge on his right side of his, or his left side, our right side of his face. This line, this one right here. I like that. I like that I just simplified that into one single shape.
I do too. Good job.
It kind of works. This was my favorite of the three that
Yeah.
I worked on.
It's so fun to just sketch. There are so many times where I agree. It's much more fun to do the preliminary stages than the refining and finishing. Anytime I watch a big time lapse of an artist on YouTube, which isn't too often, they tend to skip the rendering stage because they're like, who wants to watch anybody render for 8 hours?
Like zoom in, clean up with the tiniest of pixels. Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, though, sometimes I'm like, no, that's what feels like it's separating you from me. Help me do that too.
Time
That
lapses
and
are
many other
weird
things.
on YouTube, where there definitely is an audience for them. As someone who has uploaded art time lapses to the internet for a very long time, but I would say a majority of people don't care how it's made. They just want to see the finished thing. Like I can look at my analytics on my YouTube channel and very clearly see a noticeable drop off at the beginning and spike at the very end, to the point where I am able to, and a thing that I always say in my 2D 3D videos is, hey, if you happen to skip here to the end, make sure you consider going back and checking out the whole thing. Like if you enjoy the art, you'll probably enjoy seeing the time lapse, because I can calculate like exactly where they're going to skip to based on that data. So I can get it pretty well on the spot.
That's cool.
And it's always funny to see people like, oh, how do you know I skipped? It's because everybody
in the
skips.
comments, yeah.
Everybody skips to the end, or not everybody, but a large portion of people. But I think Drawbli is more than just the time lapse. It's about the journey.
It's about the journey. It's about actually, we're critically analyzing the journey as
We're
well
so
as just
critical.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
We're always looking at it saying, how can I improve? Also, remember that there's such a value in seeing how a thing shouldn't be done as well as seeing how it should be done. There are some Proco videos that I watched a long time ago where he critiques some students' work on anatomy homework. And I had just watched the actual anatomy videos where he does it all correctly, and then watching the ones where people were doing it incorrectly, I found to be almost just as valuable.
Yeah.
Look at these detectives.
Look at these detectives.
They look so
I hope
good.
that these detectives were valuable for someone.
I believe they would be, absolutely.
And if you want to be valuable, click that like and subscribe button. That kind of sounded mean.
Yeah.
And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, at the link below in the description.
Share your work on Instagram with #Drawbli because drawing is better with friends.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba.
Have we watched any detective shows recently ourselves?
What's
Anything
the
that would
one?
count?
Enola Holmes?
Oh, that was really good.
I think there was a second.
I loved her hair in that show.
There was a second Enola Holmes that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Would
yeah.
recommend.
Yeah, check it out.